First would be, sino yung stakeholders ng problema?
Yes.
If
Important.
walang stakeholder or no one will benefit from this project, huwag na natin ituloy.
Oo.
Kasi walang mag-benefit, right?
Kung academic lang.
Academic lang, di ba? Parang ang babano or masyadong bikin problem.
Hello everyone, welcome to Kaka Computer. Right, and today we are on the field on Arduino Day. And we are with our first speaker of Arduino Day. Yes. And today we may introduce Earl. Earl, can you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Earl de Villanueva, the founder of EveTech Research Group. So we basically do R&D stuff, research and development stuff.
Yes. So I was in your talk earlier, no, and you mentioned that you should be more than an engineer. In fact, you should involve skills, including profit and innovation. Can you tell us more about what you were talking earlier as well?
Basically, marami siyang pinasok dun sa idea ng more than just an engineer. Parang idea kasi pag nag-meet kayo sa tao, hey, I'm an engineer. So ano naman, di ba?
Anong kinalaman sa EMGR sa simula?
I'm an engineer, so what? So, kaya dun sa talk ko earlier, ang isa sa mga Pinoy out ko doon, when you are already an engineer, when you are already doing great things, make sure na you always give back to the community. So basically, other than more than just an engineer, you use that, the title to make a positive impact. Kasi, diba, anong connotation ngayon sa mga engineer? Sa DPWH, ano nangyari? Ghost Project! So use that title to make a positive impact. So you're not just an engineer, but more than an engineer because you're doing something to make this world a great, better
place, no? You also mentioned earlier, what was interesting earlier, you mentioned about you've worked in the field for quite a decade now plus. Pero may mga napansin ka, ngayon pa lang graduate ng engineer. Can you tell us more what you mean by that?
So basically, I work with lots of people na or engineers. But as napapansin ko kasi, maraming graduate lang because
makapasa lang.
Diba? Para mapagpasa. And because of that, and anong nangyayari? Nawawaling quality of learning. And also, let's say for instance, give tayo ng sample. So let's say for mga thesis na mga people who are in tech or in engineering field, what happened is, instead na maging maganda yung research paper nila, instead na maging maganda yung product nila, but because of the limited yung time na binibigyan ng school to complete the research, ano lang, sige, may magpasa tayo, mema. And hanggang sa nangyari na nawawala yung quality, nag-graduate ka na lang ng engineering, you didn't become an engineer. So medyo malayo yun, naging engineering ka. Ibig sabihin ng engineering, pag may sinabing ING, so you're just a student. Pag sinabing engineer, you become one.
Okay. Now, you are talking about being a student, no? Sa students kasi right now, engineering part, medyo may expense siya. Kasi may hardware compared natin sa software, di ba? Sa software, puunan mo laptop.
Exactly.
Right? And then okay na to some extent. Pero sa engineering kasi, meron tayong mga devices, may mga circuitry tayo. Paano sila makakasimula na medyo budget-friendly naman?
So we're here right now at Arduino.
Oo, tama.
So Arduino is very cheap compared back then. I remember, way back 2014, nanggagaling pa sa US yung board ko. So that's it, yung tito ko, galing siya dito sa Singapore. So mahal, but right now, ang cheap. Magkano yung mga Arduino ngayon? 150, 350. It's so cheap and anyone can do it.
So start tayo sa Arduino kasi Arduino rin tayo.
Arduino.
Hindi siya as expensive anymore, no?
Right.
Ano yung mga additional accessories kukunin nila from the board? Kukuha ba sila ng magandang sensor? Ano bang maganda ngayon sa Arduino kits?
Can I tell dito? Real talk?
Oh, of course, real
Ayan,
talk.
so basically, we want real talk? Okay, real talk. So basically, I'm one na parang kinaiinis ko sa sabihin natin industriya ng mga paggawa ng mga robotics. So pasok tayo robotics, there are a lot of company, robotics company, that they're telling na, hey, we are doing this because we want to revolutionize the education of robotics. But you want to revolutionize the education of robotics? Well, kano benta? It's 80,000, 100K, 60K. Are crazy? So, how are we going to revolutionize something na ang makakakuha lang or makakagamit is mga elite people?
Yeah, so that's why I think important din yung mga institutional partners. Kasi access ang problema sa mga high-end robotics.
Exactly. So, what I mean by that is, no need na, ang ginagawa kasi, what's happening is, ayaw ko magsabi ng brand but basically that brand is kinukuha, or sabihin natin, most of the robotics company na mga Lego things, everything, lahat yan galing sa China. Nilagay lang nila ang kanilang
Brand.
That's it.
Okay. So, your final advice na lang sa ating mga students and young professionals.
Just like what I said earlier, gawin mo yung mga bagay na gusto mo.
Kasi motivation, important talaga.
Minsan ka na nga lang mabuhay, kukunin mo pa yung mga course, especially the course. Kukuha ka ng course na hindi mo gusto. So, also, doon sa last ko sabi daw, keep learning and have fun. Because again, if you're learning and if you're learning and mahal mo yung ginagawa mo, hindi imposibleng maging ang idea namin dyan parang gangsta sa industriya na ginagalawan mo. Kasi wala makapigil sa'yo pag gusto mo yan, di ba? The only makapigil sa'yo is ikaw. Diba? Pag hindi mo gusto ginagawa mo, don't expect na gumaling dyan sa industriya na ginagalawan mo.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Arduino Day is a worldwide celebration of Arduino's birthday, bringing people together to share their builds, ideas, and open-source learnings. Alongside the official stream, local communities host talks, demos, and showcases so anyone can discover, tinker, and contribute.
Welcome to Kaka Computer, and again we are on the field on Arduino Day 2026. Okay, today I have a representative from QB Core. Sir, can you introduce yourself?
So, hi, I'm Carl. I'm from QB Core. So we do LoRaWAN technology here in the Philippines.
Right. So I guess for our viewers, not everyone was able to attend your talk. So what is LoRaWAN?
Okay. So LoRaWAN is from the word LoRa. So LoRa means long range. So LoRa. Then WAN is a wide area network. So basically, it's a long range wide area network. Compared to Wi-Fi na 10 meters lang, ang LoRaWAN, it can go to kilometers. But we can have all the good things. So, ang catch doon is you cannot transmit so many data. Bytes lang.
Bytes lang.
50 bytes. Ganun. So short. Pero sobrang layo ng range. So, okay pa din siya. Kasi hindi tayo pwede mag-YouTube doon, hindi tayo pwede mag-Spotify. But for Internet of Things, pwede siya. Sensors, trackers, controls. Yeah.
Yun. Now, you were saying, maganda to for perhaps rural area, yung medyo wala masyadong Wi-Fi or wala masyadong access maybe sa cellular data, right? How about, kasi syempre, sikat ang Starlink. Sabihin na natin Starlink. Sikat ang Starlink. How does this play with Starlink in that sense? No? Medyo mawawala pa tong technology nito pag sobrang accessible yung mga satellite?
Actually, pwede natin siyang itandem sa Starlink.
Tandem,
So, since Starlink ito, si LoRaWAN is ito, tapos dito yung mga devices. So, kasi si Starlink, ang range niya, Wi-Fi lang din yan sa device. Ngayon, kung nasa rural area ka, marami ka monitor na soil moisture, 5 kilometers away, may weather station ka. So, si LoRaWAN, kukolektahin niya lahat yon. Kahit walang cellular, walang wifi doon, kukonect lang siya kay Starlink, makolekta niya lahat doon sa area. Padala mo pa rin sa internet through satellite. So, hindi sila magkalaban, more of magkakampi sila.
Magkakampi. And plus, ang mahal din ng Starlink.
Yes. Lalagyan mo,
Kakalata
kakalata mo ng Starlink isa-isa, sobrang mahal.
Right, mahal na. Let's talk about naman a little bit about security. Ano yung konting security measures natin dito? Kasi mahaba, malayo.
Yeah.
Diba? Sa Wi-Fi, at least kita-kita mo pa sa bahay mo. Okay, sino nakakonect, ganyan. Pero since we're talking kilometers, ano naman ang security implementation natin dito?
Si LoRa, encrypted yung payload na lumalabas sa airwave. So kahit makuha mo yung mga narinig mong mga payload, a garbage character siya kasi AES-128 encrypted siya, which is madidecrypt lang yun on the LoRaWAN network server side. So, marinig mo man, makita mo man yung mga payload, hindi mo siya kailangan mo siya i-decrypt eh. So, in terms of security, secured siya, same how we secure the internet, which is using the same AES encryption.
So sa ating mga Arduino enthusiasts, no? Paano sila makaka-start agad on using the LoRaWAN?
Yeah. So si LoRaWAN sa Arduino, yung mga devices mo like soil moisture, sabi ko kanina, weather stations, mga GPS trackers, pwedeng Arduino based yun. Doon ka makapag-start. And then kami sa Cubicore, meron kaming LoRaWAN Learning Kit. So combination na siya ng device na programmable by Arduino. Tapos meron na siya katandem na LoRaWAN Gateway Lite.
So meron ng package.
Package na kit na siya. So mabilis silang makakapag-start sa LoRaWAN. Kasi it can be expensive, can be complex.
So yung package na yun, magkano siya? At least may idea lang yun.
Ang package namin is 7,500. So may gateway na yun, may device na. So talagang ready to play na.
Ready to play.
LoRaWAN ka.
Ano yung dapat ng first project? Suggested lang, a few couple of projects. Immediately 7.5. Hindi siya ganun ka mura din for a student, right? Ano yung mga ganda ng project agad?
So, yung mga useful projects, like yan nga, weather stations, mga flood monitoring, river monitoring, ganyan, GPS tracker, so gusto mo i-track yung mga items, ganyan, yun yung mga common use cases.
Okay. And siguro, as to Ed na lang, no? Ano yung ating mga final words and advices sa ating viewers?
So, let's try to explore new technologies. Si LoRaWAN, it was invented 2015, kaka 10 years niya lang last year. Huwag tayo puro ChatGPT, huwag tayo puro mga AI. Meron dito mabang technology na pwede natin i-explore.
Right. In fact, baka nga, ito, mature, no? Mature technologies. And that means, siya, proven technology.
Yeah. Sa Europe, it's widely used sa Europe. So, sa atin, unti-unti na. So, kami, yung mission namin, madala siya sa Philippines.
Right. No? And then you could be in the forefront of it
Yes.
to some extent. All right. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Whether you're a company looking for visibility or a community friend who simply wants to support, every contribution helps us keep delivering episodes twice a week, and even more special features. Check out our sponsorship tiers and join us at patreon.com/kakacomputer.
So, welcome to Kaka Computer. And again, we are still here in Arduino Day. Right? And today, our next guest is Sir Errol. Sir,
Yes.
can you please introduce yourself?
I am Sir E.G., the current chairperson of the Computer Engineering Department from the University of the East Manila.
University of the East Manila. You're a
Yes.
lecturer there.
Yes, po.
Right.
Department chairperson.
Department chairperson. Mataas sa rango to doon. So, sir, you were giving a talk earlier. The title was Educating Future Engineers, especially for Sustainability,
Yes.
right? Could you give us a background on that talk?
Alright, so basically yung talk which recently ended lang, it focuses on just giving students a reflection on how to choose projects that will be sustainable. Okay? Kasi most of the students are just doing projects for the sake of projects.
Tama.
Pero nawawala yung idea of, are we really solving something? So that's why yung talk is focused on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Right.
So yun talaga yung naging focus ng talk.
Sige, let's ask more questions on that. No? Kasi ito nga, lagi pag nagla-live tayo or mga comments, yun nga, Sir, capstone idea. Sir, anong magandang thesis? Right? And as you mentioned, parang hindi nga masyadong parang sustainable or parang just for purpose of passing lang.
Yeah,
No?
exactly.
Ano yung mga criteria, kunwari ikaw yung lalapitan nila, ano yung mga criteria, suggestions mo na good siya, no good?
Okay. So, kasi, especially nagsisimula yan when they were in second year, third year. Siyempre, may mga lab projects. But sometimes, kasi, or most of the times, walang choice yung students kung anong gagawin nila kasi binibigay na ni Prof yung gagawin. Di ba? So, basically, kanina, I just give them some less or questions that they can answer. First would be, sino yung stakeholders ng problema?
Yes.
If
important.
walang stakeholder or no one will benefit from this project, huwag na natin ituloy.
Oo.
Kasi walang mag-benefit, right?
Kung academic lang.
Academic lang, di ba? Parang ang baba or masyadong big yung problem.
Oo.
Okay. Second one is that when it comes to its impact, kailangan mataas yung impact. Na pag nawala ba tong project na to, will somebody struggle? Kasi kung wala namang mag-struggle pag hindi natin tinuloy ito, parang ang baba ng impact.
Right.
So, that's one. Kailangan it solves human problem. It has an impact. And lastly, it must be sustainable.
Right.
When we talk about sustainability, it must be something na doing something without compromising the next generation.
Right. And very important nga yung next generation, may mga green projects tayo na ina-advocate, yung sabi mo nga sa UN. Maybe just a little background on why is it important, especially now.
Okay. Yung UN SDG natin, that's basically the target for 2030. And we're already 2026. At medyo malayo pa talaga tayo sa target natin. Na ma-reach natin at ma-solve natin lahat ng problema. Okay? That's why, even in small steps lang, we can help the United Nations to really achieve yung SDGs natin. So, kami as early as first year, the first semester ng students, we involve them with projects na kailangan yung project aligned with SDG.
SDG.
If walang nahihit na SDG, we don't approve the project.
Okay. Now, since a lot of our student nga, no, so financial capacity is limited, right? Ano yung mga easy, o hindi naman easy, maybe, parang not heavy to the pocket.
Yeah. Well, actually, maraming magandang project. Kasi ang problema talaga ng students. Siyempre, limited lang din yung budget. So, one thing is that, well, they can ask for the assistant advisor nila to look for government funding.
Government funding.
They can partner with organizations, LGU. In our context po sa UP, when a project is approved, they need to partner with an LGU or an organization. Okay, hindi man sila masuportahan everything financially, but when it comes to the validation of the project, when it comes to the data na kailangan nila, so na-provide ng LGU. So malaking malaking bagay na yun for students. Pero the main problem talaga or main concern talaga natin will always be the cost.
Right.
But I believe na hindi naman lahat ng project kailangan mahal. Hindi lahat ng project kailangan malaki. Okay? May mga projects na maliit lang siya, very affordable, pero yung impact, grabe.
Right. Since nasa Arduino Day tayo, no? Ano yung mga creative, but at the same time, medyo funny or parang unique implementation na nakikita mo when helping dito sa ating sustainability?
Okay. Most common kanina, like yung mga pinakita po namin sa task, like as early as second year ng mga students, we allow them to use Arduino na as their platform. And then, nakakapag-isip sila ng mga solution on a certain problem na even ako as a professor,
parang napawaw ka.
Hindi ko siya naisip pa. Okay, parang pwede nga to, diba?
Sample naman, ano yung...
For example, yung isa yung sa tubo. Okay, sa tubo. Parang,
tubo kasi yung
water
pipes. Kasi pwede tubo yung sugarcane.
Yung water pipes, kaya mo detect yung barado. And then once mo detect yung barado, magpe-pressurize siya.
So, high pressure.
High pressure. So, then parang, even ako hindi ko siya naisip before. Diba? And our second year students, isip nila yun.
Anong ginamit nila doon? Water pressure lang din?
Mayroon silang pipe na prototype and then mayroon silang motor and then water pressure lang. Then meron silang sensor na ginamit to detect pag nag-overflow na yung water. Sabihin barado na, so nag-pressurize na siya.
I see. Okay, cool. Interesting na project, no?
Yeah.
And so, to end lang, ano yung final advice natin sa ating viewers?
Okay, siguro, especially for those students who will be working with their capstone, design project, thesis, I hope and I pray na sana, let's think of something not for the sake of projects na.
Of course.
Okay, na parang kailangan kasi natin ng topic, so ito na lang. Okay, hindi rin pwedeng puro interesting lang yung project. It must be something that solves human problems.
Right.
Ang last talk ko nga kanina, sabi ko, parang we don't borrow, where we are right now, okay, we don't borrow it from our ancestors. We don't, hindi natin sila namana from our ancestors, but hiniram natin sila for the future generations.
Future thinking.
At the end, yung ancestors natin wala rin, right? Pero yung may iwan nating solutions. Yung next generation
Right.
natin yung magmamanage.
Alright. Okay, so thank you again,
Alright,
sir.
thank you so much po.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you, guys.